So today I'm just doing a bit towards my challenge with Cory the treasure hunter. I'm just doing a little bit of a tot lot here before going on to the main park, and yeah, my first find is a little piece of sausage wire. So I got the wire out of the way. Moving on. Well, my second find is that, which I actually have no idea what that is. Don't know what to class that as. Yeah, moving on. Well, just under the surface is a toy car. Bit sandy, but cool to find. No, I'll have to clean that up later and have a look at what it is. Cool. That's the toy part ticked off. Yeah, the wheels are not very good. Okay, moving on. Well, that was hard to come by. This sand goes like concrete when it's a little bit wet. It's hard to dig. First coin for today, 20 Rappin 2009. Moving on. Okay everyone, I've moved on to the main part of the park area. I'll be hunting. There are a load of kids on the higher area, so I don't know how long I can do that. But look at that. For our first find, I don't know if I can properly clean that up here. I don't think it's silver or anything particularly special, but it's a tiny little knife. I've never found something that small before in terms of cutlery, but hey, I'll take it. It's on my list. Okay, moving on. Well, I don't know what that is. Piece of wire, maybe also a piece of a buckle, not sure. Moving on. My first ring pull tab, whatever you want to call it. Only one of these counts, but I'm sure I'm going to find a few of these today. Moving on. Bottle cap. Don't know exactly which one, not that it matters. It's on my list. Moving on. Well, it's not on my list, but it's a top off something. So, nothing special. Moving on. Well, I don't know what I'm onto yet, but there is a rim of some kind, so the question is it a coin or a button? Or okay. Or neither. Well, it's a ring, but it's not the kind of ring you wear. Grommet ring. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Piece of cancel. It's actually I'm going to find a lot of this. So only one piece counts, but then they all count towards the most trash. Moving on. Well, I don't know what that is, but I think it's some kind of very small hook. Don't know if that would have come off a belt or... don't know, I'll clean that up later. Interesting. Moving on. Well, I have no idea what to class that as, and I don't know how people lost these, but this is actually a bicycle tag from 1955. Cool. Moving on. Sorry about the background noise of my machine. There seems to be a lot of interference here today. But in that hole there, I think is my, I don't know, second coin of today. That's a 5 Rappin. I found one coin at the Sandy lot earlier, which was a total bust. You know, you see these amazing channels who find coins all the time in 1983, and they find jewelry and rings and all sorts of wonderful stuff on these little tot lots. And I do a tot lot and I find one coin and the rest of it is aluminium. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I got the settings wrong, maybe I don't know the right places to go. Anyway, cool to find a coin. And again, thanks Cory for doing the challenge, and a shout out to our dog treasure hunter, because he was one of the first ones that did a challenge against me and helped me with creating the challenge list. And amphibious detecting, I'll put a link to both of them. He was the one who I just sent actually just a blind challenge to him without contacting him first, and he accepted, and now I've lost the coin. So stop talking, more digging. Okay, moving on. And that's really funny. I can see something coming out of the ground here. I don't very often find knives and forks and spoons, just bits and pieces, but something's coming out. What is it? Ah, it's a fork. Okay. It's a bent up fork. Hey, has Uri Geller been here? Well, there's pattern on it. So I think I can properly clean it up here. I don't think it's anything special. Do you think if I just rub the center of it, it will straighten up? Or will it bend more? Who knows? So I found a knife and a fork now. All I just need now is a spoon. Moving on. I just turned over a clump of earth here and I can see something. The question is, what is it? It's a coin. Is it a coin? Yeah, it's a coin. But that one's weird. I don't know about that one. The numbers were strange and it's very light. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Don't think that's a normal coin, but I will have a look at it later. Cool. Moving on. I'm just doing in the edges of this park, and it's a bullet. So I've got that strange coin thing just here, and the bullet a little bit higher. That's on my list, so I'm happy about that. And I think there's another target somewhere around here, but I'll have to find it again with my metal detector, I guess. Okay guys, I'll be back with you in a minute. Just a ring pull, nothing special. Well, what do I class that as? It's just an aluminium pipe of some kind. No idea what that's doing here. Moving on. And in amongst the leaf litter here, let's go up a bit. It's just a bottle. I must have just been picking up the little metal ring around the top of it. 20% volume, whatever it is. Feigling. Ooh, okay. Don't know what that is. Moving on. And so funny. A padlock. Tiny little padlock. I'm not doing live digs today because I'm up against Cory and he's very competitive. He's going to be a tough one to beat. Padlock. Never thought about putting that on my list. Don't even know what I would class that as. Cool. Moving on. always recheck your holes. So I don't know what's in this one. This was where I got the padlock from. So in the same hole as the padlock is another signal. I thought I'd bring you in. We can have a look together. What on earth is that? Oh, it's yeah, it's one of those. Whatever one of those is. It's got a slidey thing on it, which doesn't seem to work at the moment. Okay, I think that's for holding keys or something. Oh no, it's also a lock. It's got these 3 dials on it. So this is another lock. Okay. Moving on. Well guys, just down here, I just moved the leaves off the top and I can see a key. Now that's amusing because I found the 2 padlocks, although we can't see it now, I've filled it in and you can't see where I've been, but I found the 2 padlocks here, and now just here is this tiny little key. So I'll clean up the padlocks and this key later and we'll see if it still works. That would be funny. Okay, but I think the key is on my list. Moving on. Well, I take that all back about that key maybe fitting one of the other padlocks, because there was another signal. Again, always recheck your hole. There was another signal next to that key, and my day is getting weirder. So another padlock. Oh, Arnie still turns. Oh. Okay, well, I will dig that key out later. I'll clean this up first so I don't get too much muck in the lock, and then I will see if it works. Could be useful. Moving on. I know I keep bringing you back. First key here, padlock here, just by here is another key. I'm assuming it's also a key to that padlock, but we'll find out later. Moving on. I should just keep rechecking my holes as I'm going, rather than switch you off, switch you back on again. But just in where this key was is a coin. So obviously somebody sat in the grass here. 1982. Yeah, 5 wrapping. Okay, and now I'm checking, and now there isn't anything. Sod's law. Okay, another coin. Moving on. Thought I'd bring you back into this edge piece of the park. It's a bicycle bell. Seen better days. Got a 4-leaf clover on it. Cool, I'm finding all sorts of things today. Moving on. Do you see it? Just here. Another key. Ah, now that one is clearly numbered 747, which is exactly the same as the bigger padlock. So this must be the key for that big padlock, and maybe the smaller keys are for the smaller padlock. But that's really nice detail on that. It's a really nice padlock. I'm hoping I can get that working again. See if I can find another key. Let's just have a quick look around. There's something else in this hole. So let's see if we can do this together. Won't be anything interesting now that I brought you in for a live. Oh, wait a minute. what the hell is going on here. There's another key, but that's a really crusty, rusty key. I wouldn't be sticking that in any padlock anymore. I don't know, I can't explain it. Moving on. And that, believe it or not, is key number 2 for that padlock. So I have no idea. That's not the first one. I know you've seen the first one, but that's the second one. Look how much detail is on these keys. They're cool. Moving on. I'm just bringing you back in, guys, because I'm still in this, scrambling around in this bit in the middle, in amongst the trees. And I've just found something. It's right on the surface, just underneath the cover. No, I thought, I don't know. Actually, usually you can tell if it's a ring for a human if it's flat on the inside. I don't know about that. It is ring sized, so I'll clean that up later and I'll have a look. Moving on. Check that out. It's a bobby pin or a hair pin. Very cool. Don't find many of those. Nothing exciting, but anyway, cool. Moving on. Well, my next find is a pen. Still seems to work. I don't know if it can write, but anyway, moving on. Now, everyone, I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can see it in the clump here. I haven't taken it out yet. It's a quarter of a bottle cap. Okay. For a moment I thought it was a badge or something. Moving on. Well, that's always nice. I just got a bottle cap out of this one, and then screaming target, screaming because it's right on the surface here. It's just another 5 wrapping. It's very shiny. 2017, so it hasn't been there long. Another coin. Moving on. Well, I don't know if you can see that just on the edge of this. But that's another, oh yeah, that's another coin of some kind, but again, that feels very light. And it's exactly the same as that other one, 1979. Well, maybe it is 1 franc. I don't know about this. 1 franc coins are bigger. So, I don't know if this is clay money or token. I'll have to look these up. Anyway, guys, moving on. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. It's just stopped. No idea what kind of animal that was. Is. Soon to be was, maybe? No idea. Moving on. How about that for a fancy bottle cap? It's even got the cage with it as well. Must have just pulled it off and thrown it on the floor. Yeah. Fantastic. Moving on. Still have no idea what that is in the background, but I just got a good solid signal. And that's some kind of tag, I think. Or a medallion, maybe. Or a medal even, who knows. Oh, there is a person on that. Okay. Be a little bit careful with it so I don't damage it. I'll clean it up better when I'm at home. Yeah, mud's sticking to it. Okay. You'll see that later on in the wrap-up. Moving on. Well, you won't be able to see them up there, but I just figured out what that sound is. There's two foxes fighting up in the woods. Just seen them chasing each other. One's a bit smaller than the other. Poor one. Oh. Yeah. Don't like his chances. Well, that's funny. That's my second car for the day. Wonder what this one is. Cory. Ah, it's missing a wheel, and it's a Triumph. Is it TR7? Triumph TR7. Wow. Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh, and the other wheel's falling off. He's falling apart. Needs some restoration work. I'll clean that up later. Moving on. How many times am I going to get forked today? Well, I mean, it's great to find. I'm not complaining, but I've never found so many. R/1810 18/10. I don't know. It's not so heavy, so, and it's a little bit flexible. Don't know what that's made of, but it's got a nice design on it. So that's 2 forks and a knife, but only one of them counts, I think. Moving on. Okay, take a moment. I don't know if that's what I think it is, or is it? You know, there's that moment where you're almost too afraid to even look, because it might not be. Glove off time. You know what that means. It's getting something a little bit more serious to look at. Okay. Well, I don't think it's anything special. And I don't think there's any design on it. I'll have to clean that up later. But I'm fairly sure that that is a ring. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Well, I have no idea what that is. Huh. But that's not metal. No, it's glass. But there was something giving off a signal. That must be deeper down. Okay, cool. Moving on. So I'm coming to the end of the 4 hours-ish. Originally he asked for 6, and then he said it around 4. There's another coin. 20 wrapping. Don't know the year yet. None of this is very old because it's a very modern park. Moving on. Well, that was very high numbers. This was ringing up in the 90s. It's falling apart. It's very small, but I'm hoping I don't know. I was gonna say I'm hoping that's a button, but it might be the top of an old drawing pin or something like that. No, that's too big there. I don't know. Maybe a button, maybe not. Moving on. I've just got a few more holes to dig now, coming to the end, and I just flipped the plug over. Now I don't think that's aluminium. I can see it, obviously I can see it, you can see it too, I guess. Could be rubbish. What do you reckon? Ooh. Ooh. Oh. 925. You might not be able to see that in this camera. 925. It obviously broke at some point, that's why they lost it. But I bet they were quite sad about that. And that's a fair old chunk of silver. That's beautiful. Woohoo! Well, what can I say? Right, I gotta carry on because my time is running out. Yeah, bye for now. Okay, I don't know what I've just found. There is a plug there that I haven't checked yet. The one in the middle was the 66 signal, I think. Let me check now on this. And this is very similar. 66, 68. Now I have something else in it. It could be rubbish. Well, it's kind of rubbish, I guess. It's part of like a button, a jeans button, I think. Sunset. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, while you're with me, let's have a look at that other hole. I'm not digging loads of holes at the moment, just keeping track of where I am. Yep, just a bottle cap. That's the trouble with these signals, you just got to dig them all. That was also in the 60s. Moving on. One more coin for today. I'm sure Cory's got me beaten on coins. I don't find that many coins anywhere actually in Switzerland. I find loads of them when I'm in England and other countries, but don't find that many dropped coins here in comparison. Yeah, I wonder why. Moving on. Well, that's it, guys. I'm back to my bag. I've done my time. They forecast rain coming in and then snow, and so say snowing for the next few days, so we'll see. But that's it for me. I've done my timing for this hunt. I was pretty sure that Cory would have me beat up until the point I found that silver necklace or bracelet. I don't know what it is. Necklace, I guess. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the wrap up. And I'm pretty sure I'm also going to win with the amount of trash I have. 4 hours in a virgin park where nobody touches is impressive with the amount of rubbish you dig. But if you can pick up a little bit of silver here and there, it's worthwhile. Moving on. So, a quick wrap up to my hunt against Cory the treasure hunter challenge. I really enjoyed myself this day, but you know, it was just a few minutes over 4 hours. I think he's done just a few minutes under 4 hours, but look at how many bottle caps there were in that time. I mean, I dig quite quickly, but I mean, I dug a lot of trash. This is the pile of Canesaurus Rex, lots of bits of aluminium and indescribable things. There was a pen, I don't think that's included in anything. This is all the ring pulls and stuff like that, bits and pieces. Bullet casing, bicycle bell, kind of interesting. Some random bits of piping, all kinds of strange looking items. That's a tea light, remains of, and 3 bottles. Probably there are more there. I found these caps off things as well, wire. So quite a lot of the items that are on my list I found, but that's just the trash. So I'll clean this all up and then we'll get on to the treasure. Don't know about that. Might change that to the treasure part. We'll see. See you in a minute. So this is on to the slightly better finds, I guess you would call them. I think that was my first find, and that's actually stamped. I don't think my camera can get in on that, but it's made in Switzerland. It's stamped aluminium. It's crusty, but it was quite a cool thing when it was made. This came up. Now I don't know exactly what that's made of, but it is stamped. Hopefully I can get my camera to adjust. Arslan 1810. Now I would love it to be silver, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably stainless steel. And a very, very old crusty fork, which Uri Geller must have come in the night and straightened up for me. It has a hole in it, oddly enough. So I don't know if somebody put a hole in it. It's got some quite nice detail on it, but somebody must have put a hole in it to put a string through so they didn't lose it, which was obviously very helpful. 2 cars. Little Triumph TR7. It's seen better days, as most of them have. This one, which is also some kind of car, but it's oddly enough got nothing on the bottom of it, so it's not made in China. It's not apparently not made anywhere. Buttons. That's, I'm pretty sure, is off a pair of jeans. And I had a closer look at this tiny little thing, and looking at the bottom of it, that's also part of a button. But I'm guessing there was a piece attached to it. This tiny little hook thing, which is really cool, but I have no idea what it's off. Don't know what the class it as. 1955 bicycle tax tag. This, which when I found it I was absolutely sure there was some detail on it, but I can't see anything on it now. I don't know what happened to that in between, but it could be a dog tag. Looks quite elaborate for a dog tag, but I have no idea. But I can't make anything out on it. Hairpin, some coloured glass that I found. Now, I don't know what to think about this. I found 3 rings in the park. This one has a hole in it. I don't know if my camera will adjust to that. This one has a hole in it, but I can't see any writing in it or on it, so I don't know. Jury's out on that one. Let me know what you think, Cory. This one, I also don't know about that one. It is a little bit flattened off on the inside. Not sure. This one is an unusual one. It's not even. It's thinner down here than up here. It's flat on all edges. There's no roundness to it, so I don't know what that is. Coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. Oldest one is 1969, so nothing to write home about. 2 play money coins, both of them stamped 1979. Both of them are aluminium, so they're obviously some kind of kids game, but not actual coin. Could you class it as a token? No, it's definitely not a token. So it's part of a kids game. And 5 keys and 3 padlocks. You know, I don't know the last time I found a padlock, but anyway, if you're going to find one, you might as well find 3. They all need oiling. I can't open them up at the moment, but a little bit of a shout out for Starry Lock, because we were talking about lock picking, and yeah, look at that. Just found myself 3 padlocks to play with. And my last find, which is certainly my best find in a while actually, is this thing. Take a look at that. It's beautiful. It obviously was a bracelet. Unfortunately, somebody lost it, but you can see the stamps. Hopefully my camera will adjust. There you go, 925 on both sides of the clip. That piece is the piece that's broken just there. So it's an easy repair, but that one is beautiful. That's a fair old hunk of silver. So I ticked quite a few boxes. I don't know where we are. I haven't seen Cory's challenge. He hasn't seen mine. So neither of us know how we've done. But we'll check it out and get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching and moving on.